All right, welcome back. Last time we had started messing around in the swamps around Lucaria. Oh, did I not get that? Started messing around Academy Gate Town. I think we took a teleporter. And there's a sort of this town around the gate, and I ended up getting wrecked while trying to clear it. I don't actually recall how many souls I had at stake. I probably should go get the other map fragment, but let me mess around a little bit here. I guess I could summon Headless. Gotta remember to use the right dodge button. Oh, I was curious if they would hit their own. Didn't seem to do anything, I guess. But he did react, at least. Oh, good. Okay, we don't have too far to go here. Let me just see. It wasn't entirely worth it, but let me go get that map fragment really quickly since we're not that far away. I'm going to just put a beacon. And then we'll make our way back. Ah. It's always welcome. Let me see. Seems like there's like a whole sort of lost town here. Again, it keeps getting bigger and bigger. Yeah, so this was the bonfire we unlocked right outside the magic portal that we need to unlock with the glintstone key. And the glintstone key, I think we got a note or something near that gate sort of pointing out where it was. It doesn't actually mark it on the map, but I think it gave us some indication. I'm going to unlock this just to unlock it. It's another one of those lobsters. I think there's like a whole mess of them out here. Might be 2, 3 over there. Now it's tricky because there's these little sort of pedestals here. And they often will have a treasure. But you got to be careful of that. So I just sort of go for it and keep moving. Because again, these lobsters are tough. As odd of a sentence as that is. Now again, I remember mentioning like the balloons have runestones in them, and they often... there you go. That was a lobster range attack. Just took me out in one shot. I mean, granted, I'm not putting any points into vigor yet, but there you can see, like, they're pretty brutal. Yeah, I wanted to... I'm going to head back, one for my souls, because even though it's 1,000 souls, that's how I'm wired. I have trouble letting go of souls if I know I can sort of get back to them. And 2, I was talking about those balloons in the air. Like the other ones we saw earlier did not have... they didn't have the guys hanging from them, but that's how you often... Now you might hear some sirens in the background. I don't know if that's actual sirens. Even though it's weird, it's sort of during like normal business school hours. There's a film shoot happening a couple blocks away that was going to involve emergency vehicles. So yeah, you can pop the balloon. It's going to drop the guys, but we'll get the runestone, the golden rune. And 6 is pretty good. And then, you know, we're far enough away that they don't even realize we're here. And again, I remember I was talking about it in one video that somewhere you can get under the cliffs, and there's a whole little town there. Okay. Which I'm kind of glad there's a second guy so I can heal. If this under the cliff stuff is anywhere, it's to the south. I'm just going to take one last quick. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it, but at some point I will. But I just... I want to believe there's, yeah, something in the middle there, so I'm going to run for it. Not sure if that's actually worth it, but... Nope. Again, remnant of the ashes, or whatever, remnant. Oh, crap, a lobster. The button for run is the button to get off your horse. In this game. As I was saying last time, I'm not loving that game. It's definitely worth checking out. You know, it's definitely got hints of some Souls going on, but I just don't like the aspects of it that are Left 4 Dead. I just that's not what I'm looking for. And I say that having played and I think beaten the first Left 4 Dead at least. And you know, I had some fun with it. Not sure. Again, I'll take it, but, you know, I don't know if that's really all that interesting a prize. All right, let's just fast travel. I love that. Not sure why they do it. It's like how Luke Skywalker spins around and exposes his back in a lightsaber fight for no reason. been trying to backstab to heal all the way up the staircase, but didn't feel like I could risk it with that one, so I probably could have skipped that healing potion, but who could have known, I guess. Now I just gotta be on the lookout for that contraption. The flamethrower contraption. Wondering if there's something under the buttresses of the bridge.
You, please, I can read them. Your fingers, please, your fingers. Oh, bless you. Michaela's favor can be yours.
Now, she's wearing the same outfits as the soldiers here. I wonder if that's... I don't remember the other ones wearing that outfit.
The all hearing slaughtered. But alas, it was for naught. But all you need do is snatch it from the big pot. Pity the poor, poor fool.
Okay, I'm just gonna double... I don't think they... Yeah, I don't think they say anything different. Okay. There must be Stormvale Castle off in the distance there. That's the Raya Lucaria, or whatever, academy. That's the next sort of big set piece, I believe, if you sort of follow the basic order. Now, I don't know why I don't use headless. Well, except that, you know, it's easier to pull them one by one if you don't, but I've never really used help in this area for some reason. Oh, there we go. Gotta be on the lookout for that. So again, essentially, if you remember, the thing to do is you gotta get behind it. If you can get behind it, you can attack its operator, or if you can get up high enough, you can sort of do some kind of attack on its smokestack, which I've never been able to do. Let's see what happens. Oops. This is bad. Oh, I didn't know you could actually get a stab off. Alright, that'll knock that out. Counter a crossbow bolt for the hell of it. Now, I don't know if there's actually all that much to get from this area. You would think, oh, there's all these buildings and stuff. I don't think you can actually go in any of them. I believe it's mostly just... cosmetics is a strong word, but it's atmosphere. But, you know, there's probably a couple of items laying about to pick up. It's weird. Well, I was going to say it's weird that they're protecting the other direction, but I guess they're not expecting it to come from the academy. They're protecting the academy itself. use the invincibility frames to protect myself from him. I feel like these guys need a little more situational awareness. I mean, I know they're taking their duty very seriously, but this is almost like a Monty Python level of... Yeah, where am I looking? What direction? I'm looking straight south. And again, I wish I knew where you could find that. Maybe it's over there. The area underneath the cliffs. Right now I'm just sort of checking all the corners to make sure there's not something obvious I'm missing. Again, none of it is ever 100% essential. So, but this is part of what I come to these games for. So I think I've basically covered this ground, you know, just to say I did it. Feels too high to jump down. I don't have the key to get in, so it's not even, I couldn't even if I wanted to at the moment. I feel like there could have been something in this fountain. Either I grabbed it or I was nervous I missed it, but okay. First playthrough, I would go through and meticulously fight everything, explore like I was playing a normal Souls game. Eventually, I sort of unlearned those habits, and now I just sort of speed through on horseback, just grab stuff, run away. It was interesting, the first time I played this, I actually... I don't know if had trouble's the right phrasing, but it wouldn't occur to me to jump on horseback for like this section of travel. I would just... Oh, I don't think I remember this. Yeah, I would, you know, I was so ingrained of what a Souls game was, I'd just run on foot, and then it would... I mean, obviously, eventually I'd figure it out, but it often took a lot longer than... It wasn't like habit or instinctual or reflexive. I just, I had to think about it, actually. It's interesting that the swamp off to the... Whoops, I don't need that. It's interesting that the swamp off to the side is, oh, lobsters. Is not part of this map. There's a minor Erd tree, so there's probably some kind of boss there. That looks like a partial church, so I'm wondering... There might be a sacred tear or something here. I probably should go for it. Not get off my horse, but... This looks like it's been overtaken a little bit by rot. Oops. Oh. I feel like, have I... Oh, that's no good. Now, have I fought something similar to that as a boss in one of the dungeons? So his outfit looks a little different, and I'm wondering... Oh, here's somebody here. Is this the Shibiri Grape Woman?
Ah,
No.
there you are. You claimed a great rune and had your audience with the two fingers at the round table home. What was your impression?
So I feel like he's a little skeptical.
Your
So I'm going to
intuition
make that my
serves
yes
you
answer.
well. My doubts had been piling up, you see. The words of the two fingers cannot be trusted. Truly, naught but rambling, senile delusions. I believe that when the Elden Ring was shattered, the two fingers were corrupted, their guidance skewed. Even worse, the fingers harbor no love for our kind. That's the part that irks them most. Oh, I have a gift for you. Something fit only for the wise.
See if he explains that in a second.
A means for circumventing the draw of the two fingers. Give it a try, won't you? And if it please you, may we meet again. I've high hopes for you, my lambkin.
So this guy wants you to go invade other players.
There's no reason to tarnish
But it's also interesting that
grace forsaken by the two fingers. And now they ask you to mend their crumbling world? Your loyalties are misplaced with them.
yeah, so it's interesting. So he's sort of providing a different point of view on the people that we think we're helping.
Be sure to try that finger. I'm quite certain.
And I think the item even looks like a two fingers kind of thing. Maybe not. It's a bloody single finger. Okay. But yeah, it's sort of an idea of like, you know, there's a skeptic here. See if I can start this fight off a little cheap. Yep. I was about to say, I bet he has some kind of range attack. And it's interesting, he's... So along with, you know, the two fingers, the Royal Lucaria, the golden clothes of the Stormvale Castle, there's also like this... it's 5,000 souls in there, damn it. And given that my opening attack sort of cut him in half, gotta be careful of the blood buildup, though. So you can see there's a lot of factions going on. So I can end it right now. And there's a lot of sides to this story. And I think there was actually something similar in Dark Souls. You know, a little spoiler alert for Dark Souls. They're sort of like the group that wants you to do it, and it's the way you think you're trying to beat the game. And then there's a group that's like, yeah, you know, actually, the people you think you're helping, they don't really want to help you. They're not the answer. So I believe this guy out here is another one of these NPC quest lines. How many souls whips do I have? And how many do I need to get to the next level? I need 6,000. I don't know if I have enough of that. And so what you can do is, I don't know how it works, but let's try using it. And what it's going to do is it's going to make me invade another game. And I don't think you have to successfully invade. I think you just have to use it and then get killed. You know, because I mean, some people are really into the PvP. I'm not, and I don't want to jam up somebody's game with an invasion that is not looking to... Did it do it? But basically, you need to use it. You need to... I hope it's only once. Hopefully you only need to use it once. And then he gives you an item that then keeps things going. I don't know if there's anything else around this island. I don't know how far I can go before it like cancels my sign or whatever it is. Okay, so let's see what happens. The real problem with this is what I actually want to do is just keep exploring. Well, why don't I just do that? Nope, I don't want to... See if lobsters pop out while I try and hit this thing. So yeah, there's like this whole like blood magic faction that you're getting a little taste of here. Okay. And again, I'm not looking to jam this player up, so I hope we'll see how it goes. I'm in the PvP realm. I'm terrible. I'm terrible as a whole, but I can get by with the limited skills I have in player versus environment. PvP, forget about it. And so people who want to do PvP, they will, you can see here, they're sort of... So I'm not quite sure what they're doing. So this is the part of, like... So I'm not sure how many people they're trying to... Somebody else has invaded. I'm not quite sure if they're meant to do 2-on-2 fights. But they're sort of like these fight clubs. Now, I'm not sure why I'm not hitting. I don't know if that's lag or something else is going on. I get nervous with hackers. I don't know if people's games are hacked, if that screws up your things, if something happens. But that's, basically I think I just need to go into his game, get killed, don't get killed, whatever. And now if it's on the up and up, like I said, there's sort of like these fight clubs and PvP things that spawn in different sections. All right, so now let's see. Did I lose my... I did. Where did that put my... All the way back there, huh? So the Boiled Prawn Shack has an NPC... I don't know if he's a quest or just a shop owner. I've never actually gotten him to really talk to me. So, who knows? I mean, he talks to me, but I haven't gotten him to have a favorable take on me. Oh, these lobsters. I don't know if I faced lobsters. So the nice thing about this game, like a lot of open world games, is once you, quote unquote, win, beat the game, you can keep playing. You can, if there's things in the world you can go back to and miss. There's 3 sleeping lobsters here. I don't know if I fought lobsters after doing that, but I can tell you even in like late stage areas when they show up, I clench up a little bit. Like, see, a smithing stone behind 3 lobsters is not. Whoops. Came off that stair and I gotta be careful because remember, one put some trees between me because they could get one shot just from the range attacks. I think I'm in the clear. I'm going to activate this just to have it.
What are you looking at? You trying to start something, mate?
So, yeah, that's basically all I think I've ever
You trying to start piss off?
gotten him to say.
What the hell is wrong with you trying to start piss off?
So I'm not quite sure, but I know he's a merchant and he sells, as you can see there, he sells prawns, lobsters, whatever you want to call them. And it's like a buff. But yeah, so like those you want to make sure, is this what they look like? These are like the little towers that you can get stuff from. It's good to check all those out because a lot of them have some kind of treasure in there. Interesting that there's one here. Usually this game has a lot of quality of life kind of stuff, so it seems like the fact that it's here means there's something nearby you're meant to check out. This looks like it's poison. Now, it won't affect us because we're on torrent, but is that a lobster or a crab? Looks like a crab. Oh, this is the town. This is what I guess it was just further to the west instead of the south. All right. So there you go. It's not way down here. It's way over here. Okay, village of the Abenarix, I guess. All right. Now there's an NPC here. I guess there's a couple of NPCs. Oh, this is the woman from Stormvale.
Well, what do you make of it? What's happened to this village? I witnessed a sight much the same in my infancy. The oppression of the weak. Murder and pillage unchecked. A waking nightmare made by men. But this time, I'm a woman grown, and though the suffering cannot be undone, I can still mete out justice. Justice to the oppressors. Let the scars I carve remind them. I am Nefeli Lu, warrior.
Now, I'm not going to lie. When I came here, because again, I never knew it was here until, like, basically endgame. She wasn't here. Okay, I think we've... So it's interesting. That's part of her questline, I guess. Now, do these guys... It's interesting that, they bleed like this gray milk. Oh. Larval tear. That might be what you need to respec when the time comes. I love that the item is called a blood clot. All right, let's see what this ghost has to say. I confess I don't know who Old Albus is. Let's activate this for fast travel if we ever need to come back. There's two ways we can go. I'm going to quickly go across the... I'm going to go up. Now, probably there's going to be messages indicating like where the hidden... That's not bad. Maybe I can unsheath and finish this. Again, the power of overleveling. It's, you know, it's not... I don't find it cheesy. It just means that... you know, you can see I make a lot of mistakes when I fight. So I don't have to... The less time I have to spend in a fight, the less chance I have to make enough mistakes to lose it. So that's why I'm a big fan of overleveling. Yeah, so you can see.
Please no, dear me. I haven't a clue. No secrets lie with me, not a one. Oh, please leave me be. Wait then. You're not one of them? Well...
I mean, not to be rude, but do I look like one of them? I mean, I could not be dressed more differently.
Goodness me. I am Albus and Albinoric. As you can see, we're finished. The whole village is finished. The cursemongers have destroyed everything. No one that remains has their wits about them. I beg you. Would you look after this medallion? You must keep it out of the cursemonger's hands.
Okay, so yeah, remember, I think we found earlier the Halig Tree medallion left. Let me see if this is...
Need the young Albinoric Latenna. Then please give it to her.
Just make sure we've...
The chosen land awaits us, Albinorics. The medallion is the key that leads to the city. It's only a quaint treasure for we who cannot make the journey. But for dear Latenna, it is needed to fulfill her purpose. My legs will soon fade, and with them my life. Alas, this is the immovable fate of all Albinorics.
I think that might be it, but... Oh, is he doing a Yoda here? The beginning of Jedi? I guess so. Yeah, so I want to see... I don't know if it'll show us the medallion in our inventory or not. I'm just curious if there's a Halig Tree medallion in secret. Halig Tree medallion. Yeah, there's the Dectus medallion and then the secret medallion. Interesting. Okay, so we've got 2 more halves to find. Yeah, that to grant rebirth is to respec. How am I doing on... So the question is, there's a bonfire right over here. Do I pop every single golden rune I have and hope that I get to 11.5 or whatever I need? Or do I just keep going I'm going to try, see what happens. That's not right. Those are pretty big, so I'm hoping they're like $2,000 each. Not bad. Okay. I'm wondering, it's probably not worth, well, we're getting close. I think we have enough to try the... It's not going to be upgraded as high as the weapon I'm currently using, which is why I'm a little... It's like 147.95. So we're looking at 240 damage-ish. Doing quick back-of-the-envelope math. Why do I not... Okay, so this is going to do less damage. I was looking around 240. This is going to be 210. I'm just kind of curious, though. I think I can still fast roll. Got a nice long reach. Probably should actually read messages because I think there's some stuff coming up here. So this is probably stupid to... Yeah. See what the reach is on this. Oh, she's still alive. You know what? I'm not going to mess around. If this is some kind of like local mini boss or something, let me stick with what I know for now, and then maybe as I go back out and explore in the world. I appreciate that the way the messaging system in this works sort of gives you the perfect 80s one-liner after killing a bad guy kind of line, you know, time for crab. Your worst enemy is gravity or whatever, you know. I feel like Commando didn't necessarily have a script as so much as 92 minutes of those lines. And, you know, more power. It's not easy to check those boxes. I thought there was more over here. I thought we were going to encounter like a mini boss or something. I don't know if I missed how to trigger it. I don't know if I'm missing something as a whole. But I don't know if I can jump down here, but I'm going to. So I don't exactly know where whatever map might exist for this section, but there you go. That was the village I was trying to find, so you can sort of see it's way off here to the west, not down to the south where I was going. Make sure you stop there because you definitely want to get the two halves of the Halig Tree Medallion, the secret Halig Tree Medallion, because it opens up a really difficult, really well done area. Along the lines of like Stormvale Castle. It feels much bigger than that. It has one of maybe, not one of, but maybe the toughest fight in the game. Melania, the... I'm sure if you know anything about Elden Ring, you've heard people talk about Melania. There's a guy called Let Me Solo Her that stands around to be summoned to fight her, and then if you go in as a team looking to fight her together, he'll just cancel out and leave you hanging. But if you just take a back seat and let him solo it, he will take care of that for you. So yeah, sometimes these things, these are like little mini puzzles. Erudition guide. Now, I don't think I have the right gesture. There's certain gestures And if you do the right one, I think there's a gesture called erudition or something. And I don't believe I have it. I think it's actually a sort of a tough one to find. But if you can do it, it activates a ladder. Maybe back here, I'm not sure where, and lets you get upstairs to collect whatever's up there. But sometimes with these, I believe if you're a little clever, so yeah, the proper quote-unquote way to get in there is to know the erudition, but if you can do that, you can skip it. Now this might just be like a memory stone, which again is an extra spell slot, but you know, it's a fun little puzzle that, to this game's credit as an open world game, it'll just let you skip. Let's skip that. But I do, you know, even if it's after you sort of beat the game and you're sort of really over leveled and you got tons of power, et cetera, I really, even if you have to like Google it and like, okay, let me hunt down all the medallions, it's worth it just to see all the corners of the game. You know, it's not possible to see everything. So I feel like that offers like a nice guide. There's the minor Erd tree. How many souls am I rocking? I don't have a lot of souls. So maybe I'll take one stab at this minor Erd tree mini boss. Now, we fought one of these before. I don't know if some of them are harder than others. I don't know if there's any. But let's get off my horse. Let's summon help. So yeah, I don't know if they're all the same creature or if they're all the same type of creature with varying difficulty. Okay, you gotta back away, but I'm getting jammed up on a... So you can see, like, there's these jars. Ooh, I really mistimed that. Let me definitely try that again. I feel like this is doable. I'll try it one more time, and if it doesn't work, I'll call it and maybe pick it up next time. You can see all those jars like Alexander. So I don't quite understand, like, you know, the Alexander makes it sound like he was like some kind of guard, I believe. So are these jars that died protecting the Erd tree, and this thing is what defeated them and is the corruption, or is he their boss? Like, I don't know. Do I have to? Yep. I can't remember if there's a stage 2 to these. It's definitely a stagger. That's good. Nope, but I missed a spot, but at least I'll beat on him a little bit. I had my back turned to him. Shoot. No, that could have been a lot worse. I'll take that. Alright, so I feel like that was actually not that much more difficult than the last one, so maybe it's just sort of like a set thing. You sort of, you know what you're getting into when you tackle this. A couple more tiers to that special flask. Let's see if there's anything here to collect really quickly, and then, yeah, I might call it. Almost to another level. I don't want to fight you, sir. I just want to explore. That doesn't seem true, but let me just verify. Yeah. So yeah, the village is underneath these cliffs. Now I think you can get up there at some point, but it's not like a... I'm not sure if that's an area you can just run to. You might have to sort of do something special later in the game to access that area. And I don't quite remember what it is. And I don't believe there's anything in its base like caves. I think it's just the village underneath. So yeah, let me head back here. Not sure why I'm returning to the bonfire. Oh, you know, I blew my couple potions. So let's get that refilled and then level up. Do I have 4,000-ish in... Again, I want to say no, but let's see what happens. Oh, no, definitely not. Okay, forget it. I'm not going to bother. All right. Well, we'll leave it here, and we'll pick it up next time. I hope everybody's all right, and take care. Thank you again.